Hey everybody, happy Wednesday, happy hump day, right? It's Jane from Surface Anthology and of course Chalk Mercantile. Let's see if I'm actually live and all my tech is behaving. I am indeed. So I'm gonna get a link over to my text group people. All right. And I wanted to show you guys because I have a bunch of stencils in, and I have a new ornament making bundle. So another bundle that you could add to your stash of goodies for making ornaments. It's not a kit for specific ornaments, but I do I'll send out another email with links to my different videos to inspire you, but it's really just a bundle of goodies for your ornament making needs, right? I'll put a link for this into the comments, and there it goes. And yay! Hey Amanda, how are you? Happy Wednesday, and it's beautiful here today. It's a little chilly. I might be making a little fire in my wood stove tonight. First thing I want to show you is, because I got some messages about stencils and that I had posts going up and they were out of stock. So now I've got some. I know, Brenda, it's another one. Oh no, I actually had somebody in the membership who missed out, and she's like, Jane, you're going to do another one? So I spent yesterday and part of today putting it together, Brenda. And I always am amazed what I have, you know, in these boxes that I keep with all the goodies. So let's begin with the stencil. So this is a new stencil, and this is like definitely for furniture. This is unintelligible French words, okay? So it's script that isn't really saying anything, but it's in French, and who cares, right? It's beautiful. I love script on anything. I just love it, and this is a nice big stencil. So, and it's made by Mutteritaville. So that is new, and that's over at the chalkmercantile.com shop. Back in stock is the pot. This is what the person was wanting. The Potting Shed stencil. Tours until dusk. I just love that. So this one is back in stock. And then I love this one. And it is, you'll see, it's I forgot what it's called, and it's not on here, but it's arrows. And there's all these different components for making different arrows, right? So they have different ends, different middles, and different fronts. And it's kind of hidden under here. But if you go to chalkmercantile.com, just look at the stencils. You'll see all you can do with that. Deborah, hey you! I'm going to be broke if you keep this up. I know, isn't that cute, Amanda? I'm telling you, I love all this stuff. I love stencils because I can use them over and over again. This one, I can't wait to use. This is a behemoth. This is a big stencil, and it's the Beehive, and it says clothing house. And I just love this. And of course, you can use Beehive separately from the Hive. The Hive is gorgeous. And then down here, it says clothing house. That's what we can call our closets, right? Hey, Barb, how are you? Absolutely. Good morning. It's morning out there, right? Brenda's saying, I've got kit boxes stacking up. You got to get them out. And this is what I do, you guys. And everybody has a different, like, way of getting into the mood for making. I call it, like, creative making. Put on some music. get a cup of tea, or if it's cold where you are, maybe hot cocoa. I like to do half coffee and half hot chocolate. It's so delicious. And I clear off a big table, and I really honestly do this, and I put all my stuff out, and I put some, as I said, music on. Usually it's like jazz, or around the holidays, of course, I have to listen to the Vince Guaraldi trio, you know, the Charlie Brown music. That just gets me in the mood. And I start putting stuff together and make my ornaments, right? So it's the best. But you're making them from the summer. Yep, get into it, Brenda. Just make those things. And I'm telling you, it is so much fun. And you do need to have that time, though, to kind of, you know, when you pull all this stuff together, well, what am I going to do with it? Where can I use this? Where can I use that? And I'll also put out pieces of paper and make little sketches. You know me, I like to do that. Here's the other one I ran out of, and this is the pantry. This is the pantry stencil. I love it. This one is fabulous. And these are really nice. Margaritaville doesn't use the chintzy mylar. It's the really thick stuff, so it's good stuff. Here's a new one that I love. It's the vintage keys, you know, the old-fashioned looking keys. This, and there's a little keyhole. I just love this. This is so much fun. So that one, and then this is back in. This one was really popular. The penny, oh, now I'm forgetting the name of it. But again, go to chalkmercantile.com. Just click on stencils or search stencils. And it's like a penny tile. And there's 2 stencils in here, and you can move it around and make designs. It's so cool. So that one sold out. This one I got by accident because I thought it was my other star stencil, which I will also reorder. But look at this one, especially for Christmas. This giant star. It's a vintage kind of 1950s looking star. And it has these little ones that you can use. And I've seen this used on mats when you come in, walls. You do this in a pale color, how gorgeous. So this is a beautiful, this is a new one to us, stencil. And then lastly, I can't wait to use this. This is a laurel wreath, and they're calling it, I think it's the cameo wreath for, oh, I forgot what she called it, but it's on there with my stencils. Barb's like, I'm going broke too. I think everybody's going to have to open up a little space in a shop, right? Hey, Danielle, good afternoon. Good to see you. Isn't this pretty? Right? I know. It's gorgeous. And this you can also use on a wall as a repeat on furniture. It's really, really beautiful. So that's new. Just go to chalkmercantile.com to check that out. Now, the bundle, the new bundle. I'm going to start with the small things first. There's a lot in this one. And we have, of course, tinsel. You got to have tinsel. This is the wired tinsel. And I actually use an old pair of scissors to cut this because it's pretty soft wire and it's really fun. Hey, Shannon, how are you? How is it? I heard it's early out there, right? It's almost 2 on the East Coast. So I guess it's still morning. Barb, I say that all the time. I said to my husband the other day, I said, we're going to have to add on to this house. And he's like, Jane, the boys aren't here anymore. We're an empty nest. I go, but I need something I could just walk on. You know, I don't want to go up and down stairs, and I need a sink. And he was just laughing at me. Isn't that funny? So anyway, here's the stencil. You get 3 of those. And a new color of my favorite. I really do love this vintage style ribbon. So 2 yards of that. The little white spun cotton buds. The little cranberry pips. The little red berry pips. Those. It's almost 11 there. So late morning, right? Of course, the German. And these are the real German, imported from Germany. spun cotton mushrooms. You get like 7 of those. And then, and my husband's gonna be thrilled, you get 4, and I'll tell you why. You get 4 of these, I think it's called basswood or it's birch, I'm not sure, but they're 4, you know, little, I make ornaments with these. And the only thing that we have to do is I'm going to drill the hole for you guys so that you don't have to worry about, you know, doing it yourself. But these make really, really fabulous ornaments, and you can do so much with them. So you get 4 of those. And then my favorite, you cannot get, and I have these all over my tray. I cannot find these anymore. The place that I got them is now selling kind of that 2-dimensional, you know, the laser cut MDF and that kind of stuff. These are hand-turned maple ornaments, and they're beautiful. I paint these with milk paint. I painted them with metallic paints. I've gold leafed them, silver leafed them. I absolutely love them. And I was hoarding them, and I'm like, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna be using these. I've used all of them that I can. I'm gonna need another house just for Christmas trees, for all the ornaments. So you get a couple of these, and they're really, really beautiful. So open to lots of different ideas. And then you get a couple of little wooden stars, and I think these are also maple, and a little banner. And I've used these layered, you know, painted and layered on top of these birch logs, you know, these sliced things. I paint, and then I put a word in there. And then, of course, the stars look really cool. So those are just a few more fun things to add to your stash, right? And use. We got to use them. You're going to get another nice big thing, 100 milliliters of the vintage, the Authentico vintage. It's just pure chalk paint. It's great. And of course, glitter. You got to have the glitter. And this is the snow. This is also from Germany. And it's my own kind of blend of larger and smaller grits. I love this. 3 wood spool cotton thread, and these have the thread on them. So again, you can make little nests with those. You can do all kinds of stuff. You could just leave them like that and glue them onto ornaments. You could just hang them like this. I've seen people put yarn with beads through these and hang them, and it's just really, really sweet. You get a paintbrush because you gotta paint, right? This is a nice artist brush, perfect for this size creating. And then, and make sure you keep these little muslin bags. I love these, they're cotton. You can empty out what's in them and then stamp them, leaf them. You could do all kinds of stuff. But in one, you're gonna get all kinds of jingle bells, oh, of course, the really pretty thing I have to show you. Little jingle bells, but also these little tiny Liberty bells. They're really cute. They're brass and chrome, and they're so much fun to add, and you can hear them. And then also in there, you're gonna get these elongated natural pearls. These are real, and they're really beautiful. They have that iridescence. I'm sure you all heard me tell the story of the jewelry manufacturer maker. It was a shop in New York City. And when I had my store, I bought like a ton of their stuff. They were going out of business. And these are just beautiful in ornaments. So those. And then for those of you that love vintage, this is from my crazy stash. There are buttons. These are vintage mother of pearl buttons. You're going to get, and they're really beautiful, you know, some big plastic vintage buttons, some new cool buttons, but they're all mixed in here from my stash. And some of you will even get these like little stones. These are also from that jewelry place. And you could just glue those into your ornament design. So you get all of those, and everybody's going to get some kind of card, whether it's from the manufacturer, and I wash these buttons before I use them, by the way. And they're sewn, and sometimes the women would sew them onto cards. Brenda's asking, oh my goodness, where did you find all this stuff? This is how I've shopped my whole life. I go out thrifting. From when I was a kid, going to auctions and antique places with my mother and my aunts. And then once I tell the story, when I got my license, first thing I did, my driver's license at 16, is I went to Tall Tale Antiques in Portland, Connecticut, and I bought an Empire settee, which I still have and love. I dragged that thing, Brenda, everywhere. So I'm just always collecting. And I mean, to get mother of pearl buttons now, they're a fortune, and they just don't have that same feel as the vintage buttons. And I use them in ornaments all the time. And then look at these. Some of you are going to get these. This is probably a button from the 60s, but look at all those like kind of rainbow rhinestones. See, look at me. I love this stuff. I do. Now here's something really cool. These are from Germany. Oh, and Brenda's saying, I went through a check button craze a few years ago and have a ton somewhere. Get them out, Brenda, and use them. Absolutely. Check buttons are stunning. There's a jewelry designer, and I forgot her name. She makes the most stunning rings from check buttons. They're absolutely exquisite, and I want one. I have to tell my husband. These are from Germany. These are sheets. Everybody's going to get one sheet. You're not going to get the same sheet. Everybody's going to get a different sheet, and I'll go through them. And these are made in Germany, and they are of Victorian, I guess back in the Victorian era, women mostly loved to scrapbook like we do now. And they would buy these, and then you cut and put them in scrapbooks. I use them for decoupage. I use them for ornaments, and I love these. I've had these probably for over 10 years, and I just wanted to include them in this bundle. Brenda's saying, I also went through a vintage jewelry craze and have a ton, but I know where they are. Yes, and wear them, right, Brenda? You got to put them on. How can you tell if they are mother of pearl? I have a bunch of old buttons and I don't know anything about them. You know what? You will start to get to know, and I'll show you so you can see. So there goes Willow. So the top one, Shannon, is probably a 1950s plastic. Actually, that's real. Let's see if I can find a plastic one. I'm trying to look for something that's close. Here's one. So this one is probably a 1940s, 50s plastic, right? Turn it over, it looks pretty consistent. With a mother of pearl, and I need like one of those really super close up. You'll see it's got that luster, and then you could see on the back, right? There's the shell. They're all from shells. And you just have to like get to know that luster that they have. This is a mother of pearl button, right? A lot of these that you guys are going to get that buy this bundle are going to be real mother of pearl. There's a mother of pearl. Look at how pretty this one is. It's a square. Sometimes they have that back like that. Sometimes it's just the beautiful light part all the way through. And by the way, what I do is I put them into warm water. This one's gorgeous. This is one of the ones I washed. That's mother of pearl. I put them into warm water with a very, very mild soap and just a little bit, and I kind of swish them around with my fingers, and then I lay them all out to dry on a towel. And when you clean these, they're really beautiful. So you just have to be careful, Shannon, that you really look like this is not, somebody might look at this real fast and think it's a real mother of pearl button. It isn't. This is a plastic button. So you have to just take your time and really look, and you'll develop that eye, you know, and they're so pretty. They're so beautiful. I just love them. So back to our sheets. So you're each going to get a sheet of these beautifully printed, and they're embossed scraps. I hate even calling them scraps, but that's what they are. And you would literally cut these apart, and you'll see them, people who make those spun cotton ornaments, or the true Victorian ornament people, and they love to make them. They use these. And I think they're made in the factories, just like the spun cotton mushrooms and stuff that that still exist in Germany. Here's another one that somebody's gonna get. Look at the angels, right? Beautiful. I'll go through them. They're just gorgeous. And these just make beautiful ornaments. You cannot be afraid to use them though, because a lot of people are like me, and it's like, you got to do that. Oh, Shannon, you are very welcome. But aren't these beautiful? And you can decoupage these. I was telling you guys about my addiction to boxes. You can decoupage these onto wooden boxes, a simple wooden box. Look at how beautiful. And that is the bundle, the latest bundle. I still have more stuff. Look at these little kids. I just love these. And this one's really beautiful. It's all the angels and then these little Christmas bells. Here's one with birds and nests. Let's see if I take that away. Isn't that gorgeous? Yep, card making, right? Absolutely, Brenda. I'll tell you, I would have to put this onto something like an ornament or a box that I knew wasn't going to get thrown away, because I just think they're so gorgeous, right? You know, my nightmare if I was a card maker is I would spend all that time making beautiful cards. I send it to somebody, they go, oh, how nice, and then they throw it away. I'd be like, oh, you can't throw that away. You have to save them. And I bet you all have, like me, have saved special cards, right? I have boxes of Christmas cards. And that's another thing that I want to do, is to make, you see people using those old Christmas cards to make like paper ornaments and stuff. I definitely want to do that. And remember, when you get this, do not throw away these adorable little muslin. These are all cotton muslin little bags, and you can do something sweet with those, and put a little special gift or a treat in those and absolutely use them. So that's it, you guys. Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me. Tomorrow, for those of you that are in the Surface Anthology membership, you're going to have your new workshop is going to be emailed to you, so you'll get that. And you can go check it out. And everybody else, I am going to be opening the Surface Anthology membership again in a week or two. Unfortunately, I was called to jury duty and I didn't have an excuse. So I don't know if I'm going to be. It kind of went right into the middle of my little launch that I wanted to do. Oh, Barb, you are so welcome. Absolutely. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to say, Facebook has changed things around for us that have a business page and a personal page. And it has affected everything. I'm getting used to it, but I'm not getting like when I go to, people have been messaging me, and one lady, she was so sweet, Janice, thank you. She said, Jane, are you okay? And the only reason I knew that she was trying to get me was through my iPad, which pinged. And of course, my new phone, I don't have my everything set up so I even get notified. But when I'm on my laptop and I try to see messages, I was ending up, it's on some weird Creator Studio page. So I got all confused. So if you cannot get me, you know, and you don't hear from me, thank you for checking on me. And you can try emailing me, JAYNE at surfaceanthology.com, or if you're in my text group, you can do that too. And I promise I'm going to figure out Facebook again, and we won't have those issues. But I just wanted to apologize for that. Oh, Amanda, Amanda's saying, what a great bundle. Thank you so much. I spent quite a few hours putting this together and going through all my goodies that I have accumulated. And a lot of this is from when I had my Merry Makers Ornament of the Month subscription box. So it's stuff that I really, you know, thought about and wanted to include. So you guys, thanks so much for joining me today. I will see you again on Friday. And again, Surface Anthology members, remember that tomorrow you're going to be getting your new workshop. All right, everybody, have a great and creative